Hi there and welcome to our vlog. In this video, we'll be talking about the iKnowledge graph feature offered by Investera Plus. First, let's define what is a knowledge graph. When searching for a person or a place on a search engine such as Google, have you ever noticed that along with the web links, it gives you additional information in a box on the right-hand side of the result page? Well, this additional information from your search engine is based on the knowledge graph. Knowledge graph represents a connection of interlinked description of entities, whether they were objects, events, situations, or abstract concepts. Now, how is this feature used at a knowledge graph in Investera? The knowledge graph is a powerful tool that gives you a bird's eye view of any business landscape and allows you to view all the interconnections between the companies and the people that make up that landscape. To have a better understanding of how the knowledge graph is used, let's have a look at this search of Bill Gates on Google, where on the right-hand side, along with his biography, you can see his famous quotes, books, profiles, and other related information, which were all acquired using a knowledge graph. Now that we've introduced and explained what the knowledge graph is, let's examine how can we use it in action at Investera Plus website. To begin with, there are more than one way to access the knowledge graph. First, we can access the knowledge graph by clicking on this icon right here. The knowledge graph is composed of two basic elements, the nodes, which are represented by circles, and the relationship, which are the lines connecting the nodes. Each node represents an entity, whether this entity is a company, investor, investment, founder, etc. And each relationship represents how the two nodes are associated. Currently, the graph is showing all the companies which are public, private, startup that are available in the system and their connections. From the left panel right here, you can filter out or choose specific criteria to display the search you desire. For example, I would like to search for all the startup companies that are available in Abu Dhabi, UAE. I will apply the filter. And as you can see, the graph is adjusted according to my criteria. From the right panel right here, you can see the defined labels where the yellow node represents the entities which are outside the search criteria and the blue node represent the ones which are within the criteria. From there, you can choose any company you would like to explore further and expand the information of that chosen company. For example, let's explore Narrativa here. I will click on Explore, and it will direct me to the knowledge graph of Narrativa, where you can see all the entities related to Narrativa, from investors to founders, where you can as well explore each investor in the same area. Let's say, for example, 2454. As you can see, it displayed all the entities that are connected to 2454. Another way to access the knowledge graph of a specific company is from the search bar. For example, I would like to explore the graph of a company in transportation industry, let's say Kareem. I can either use the left panel filter criteria right here or simply type in Kareem in the search bar, which will basically open the page of Kareem, showing me all the information related to Kareem, from summary, classification, overview, financial details, contact details, funding, and many other more details related to Kareem. From the right panel right here, you will be able to access the knowledge graph of Kareem by simply clicking on this button, which will direct you to a bird's eye view of all the entities that are connected to Kareem, from investors to investments to founders and directors. And since the graph is an interactive graph, you can see that you can play around with any of the nodes. You can even remove a node if you don't wish to view it anymore. And you can expand and explore any node you would like to have more information about. Another way to access the knowledge graph of a startup or an investor is by using the startup or investor button right here, which will direct you to the list of startups or investors company we have in the system. For example, if I would like to explore the investors company I have, I will simply click on this button, which will direct me to the list of investors we have in the system. And by using this icon right here, I'll be able to access the knowledge graph of that specific company. For example, let's say I would like to explore 2454. I will simply click on this icon right here, and it will direct me to the knowledge graph of 2454, where I can as well interact with any of the nodes in the way I desire. So, as we have seen, the analyst graph demonstrates all of the interconnected entities of all the companies we have at Investera Plus, whether they were private, public, or startups, in an interactive way which allows you to explore the company's information at a much deeper and exciting level. That's what we have for now about analyst graph, and our experts are available to assist you at any inquiry you might have. Have a good day.